Okay guys, this is Aaron Blanton with Better Believe It Books. I just wrote and published my very first children's book, and it is called Reindeer in My Room. I just wanted to review the opening of the box and how it was packaged. You see tons of videos of people doing that. Just want to kind of give it a try. Alright, I'd already cut it open. What you see what it came with, all this bubble wrap stuff, so it's packaged pretty nicely. This box has, I believe, 60 paperback books. I ordered 150 paperback and then also 100 hardcover. So it came in 3 different boxes for just the paperback copies. I haven't gotten the hardcover yet. And you see I already opened and placed some of them in my display cases. Alright, I'm going to run through the book and just show you how well they did. This was actually through Christian Faith Publishing, which is a self-publishing company. And basically you just do everything online. You send them your manuscript and they will either approve it or not. And if they do, then you just pay a deposit, which is like $600 and something, and then you pay a monthly $295 a month for like 10 months. So I wrote and illustrated this book last Christmas, and it's October 30th, 2017 now. So it took about 10 months to complete. See, there's the cover, and they do all the artwork for you. But I actually sent them illustrations that I'd done myself, and they digitally do them. You see the artwork turned out pretty good. And then in this particular book we actually put the text or the words on a separate page, and you see the little snowflake looking border around it. And it came in large print because this book is geared towards kids from like 1 to 6, you know, that still believe in Santa Claus, obviously. And all the illustrations turned out pretty good. The contract originally has 12 illustrations included, and that's like $3,600. I ended up having to do 19 altogether, so I had to pay an additional $525 for the additional illustrations. And this book is about a little boy on Christmas that makes a wish that he can get his very own reindeer for Christmas. And the next day he gets a letter from Santa Claus, and that's exactly what he gets. And it says, "Hello, this is Santa. I could really use your help. All my other helpers are sitting on a shelf. I have 8 magical reindeer who helped me make my flight. A flight around the world in just one Christmas night. You'll get 1 new reindeer each morning when you wake. You'll get 1 new reindeer until it equals 8. So please say you can help me. Oh, please, for Santa's sake. Of course, there's 1 more reindeer who's vital to my flight. The most important reindeer to guide me through the night. Each reindeer has their very own personality. Things they like and things they don't. You'll see what I mean. Sincerely, Santa." Okay, and then you see he gets the reindeer, and you see the response from his dad. And then it goes on to tell about each reindeer. You get to meet them all and the things they like to do. Like, with each one I got a list. It told me what they like to do. Dasher loves to finger paint and read about the zoo. And it's written in anapesic tetrameter with iambic substitution, which is like a, in rhyme, like a Dr. Seuss book. And I will tell you that most publishers, most editors do not like manuscripts that are submitted in rhyme, because they say most people do not know how to write and rhyme very well. But if you do, then by all means. Alright, this is just a few of my marketing tools, some DIY, do-it-yourself marketing tools that you can use that I've found to work pretty well. Like making business cards. You can make 1,000 for like $40, and they're printed front and back. I made them look just like the book's cover and back cover. And you see the cover there, Reindeer in My Room. And then the back just tells about the book, you know, a brief about the book, and then also where you can purchase the book. Now you see it says Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple iTunes, Christian Faith Publishing will place your book for sale online, Amazon.com, and also BarnesandNoble.com. And they also make you a book trailer and an ebook as well for that contract price that I was talking about. But one thing they do not do necessarily is get your book into the brick and mortar stores such as Barnes and Noble. So there's one secret that I figured out just by trial and error. I called around to several different Barnes and Noble stores across the country, like California, Colorado, Texas, Florida, South Carolina. Obviously that's where I'm from. And normally what they'll tell you is they don't carry print-on-demand books, and that's what these are. That's how this publisher does it, and most self-publishing companies do print-on-demand books. And that means that each time they make a sale, they can print one copy and ship it to whoever purchased it. Now, as long as it is marked as returnable, which this publisher actually makes sure that the book is returnable. So what you can say, I called 80 different Barnes & Noble stores, and I got about 34 to agree to shortlist a couple copies. So if you call them up and they say, well, it's print on, the first thing they're going to say when they look it up, they'll look up the ISBN number and they'll see where it's listed as print on demand. So they'll immediately say, well, since it's print on demand, we don't normally carry those. Well, so what you do is what I did, I called the first one and I pretty much learned their lingo. If you ask them, you just tell them, okay, it's print on demand, but it's also returnable. So if you could shortlist a couple copies for me, that would be great. And so a lot of them will agree to do that. And what they'll do is order 1 to 5 copies, or sometimes 1. I've had some order 7, but they will order those copies and then proof it. And if it sells, then they'll order more. So see, this is just a list of all the different Barnes & Nobles across the country, the name, location, phone number, and email address, and then I'll check it if they okayed it and said they would order, and then X if they didn't, and then an M or maybe if they said maybe, obviously. Okay. They also, for an additional $99, you have to purchase the ISBN, which is different. You can do the hardcover copies as well, which a lot of people seem to like because more of a keepsake, I guess. And I think they turned out a little better than the paperback. Alright, and this is just a marketing tool, like a little book stand that I got from Staples. And beside it is about the author that I just printed out. And I will display these at different Christmas stores or like Christmas tree lots. I've talked to several Christmas tree lots and landscaping companies that sell Christmas books. And fortunately, this book is about Christmas and reindeer, and Christmas pretty much sells itself. So I would advise anybody writing their first book to make the subject matter geared towards something that's pretty easy to sell, like Christmas or Easter or Halloween, something like that there's already a huge market for. Alright, and then here's another thing I did. Christian Faith Publishing, when they do your illustrations, they'll send you a black and white storyboard. So what I did was print out those black and white storyboards so I could make a coloring packet. Now that's just another marketing tool to generate sales. And what I did is came up with a coloring contest for the coloring package. And basically put the printout in each book, and it says, "The Reindeer in My Room coloring packet is fun for the whole family. When illustrating a Christmas or a children's book, choosing which color to use for each page can be challenging. Be creative and color each page the way you imagine it would look. Select the best one and email it to Reindeer in My Room." Okay, and it says to be entered in a coloring contest for a chance to win $100. Obviously, if you make a contest out of something and offer money for it, and I'm gonna let my dog in. It's crazy. Both of them. Okay, Where was I? So obviously, if you offer people a chance to win money, it's gonna pique their interest, and they're gonna say, "Hey, okay." And then kids love the colors, so do adults. So the parents like to get involved as well. I'm selling these for like $5. It cost me approximately probably $2.50 to make each packet. And that's buying these little folders for like 50 cents a piece, and then buying all the paper and the ink to print them. I just print them at home. So those are some different marketing tactics that you can go above and beyond what the publisher actually does themselves to help generate sales, get the word out there. And you can also go to different little small bookstores and stuff like that and get them to basically consign the book. So you'll have to pay them. A lot of them will charge you like 40% of the retail, and you're already paying like 50% of the retail, so that takes a lot of your margin. But if you do a couple copies that way, then you can still get the word out there, get your book in front of more people. And I wouldn't recommend selling all of the ones that you buy that way, in that fashion, because you're not going to make a whole lot of money, because they're going to make it all. But that's just a few different ways that I've found just by trial and error to market your book, and also some different publishing secrets. And I would definitely recommend Christian Faith Publishing. I feel like they did a really good job. And I'll see you next time.